It's Matthew chapter 8, starting at verse 13. Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Many that go into destruction. Only a few that actually make it, because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. I don't know. Is that why only so few know? And the rest of the world whores after? Let's go to 15. Beware of the false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Which false prophets would these be? These be the ones controlling the world in this place. They come to you in sheep's clothing. We're the sheep. So they come to us like us. But you shall know them by their fruits. That's what they do, what they bring forth, what their tree brings forth. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Meaning, do men go out and tell you they're going to harvest the grapes and bring back thorns? I'm going to go pick figs, right? And when we get back, everything's going to be just perfect. And they bring back thistles, unedible. But what are they? They're telling you one thing, doing another. But you know them. You shall know them by their fruits. Bunch of liars. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit. If you're a good tree, you're going to have good edible fruit. If you're a bad tree, right, but a corrupt tree, here it is, bringeth forth evil fruit. Do you understand what you're reading, what you're seeing? You can think of it on the surface level. If you go into the refrigerator and you pick up an orange, you cut that thing open, you throw it in your mouth, and it tastes like a pear or a banana or motor oil or anything other than what an orange should taste like, then there's a problem. Do you continue to eat it when you know there's a problem? Do you continue to loathe and waller in the mire when somebody is lying through their teeth? They look good, they say they're helping, yet it's crumbling all around you from the very ones trying to save you. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire, because it's useless. If you're not serving your purpose, you're useless. If you're a politician and you're claiming to do the work of the people, and all you're doing is hurting those people and robbing and stealing from those people, well, that politician would have to go, right? And who wants that guy in there? This becomes common sense logic. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. Pay attention. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. So just because you talk to God, or claim to, doesn't mean you're going to get there. Just because you said you know God, doesn't mean, listen to what Father says, but he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven. See? Not everyone that says, Father, Father, Lord, Lord, is going to make it into heaven. But here's who does. But he that doeth the will of my Father. Where do you know the will of the Father? Right here in this word, in all of this word. From the beginning, Genesis, all the way to Revelation. There's instructions throughout the whole thing. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied? Didn't we tell people about you? In thy name? We told them what was going to happen tomorrow. We said, oh, Jesus told me. And in thy name have cast out devils. They think they did it. They don't understand that it's the power of the name. That's where the power comes from. That magic is already here. Just interlace with it to utilize it. But who are we talking about? We're talking about the Lord himself saying, depart from me, I never knew you. And in thy name done many wonderful works. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Not everybody that claims, well, I went to church for 30 years, doesn't mean anything. If you're not doing this word, if you don't know them by their fruits, are you living the word? I don't want to keep going, but it's just so much fun. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, what sayings? The biblical sayings, the scriptures, and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, right? My children are a little bit sottish, just a little bit stupid. My children are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That's what he's talking about. Because they don't know this word, which built his house upon a rock. The foundation. The wise man that built his house upon a rock. He built it upon this word, this rock. Remember he told Peter, I will build this church on this rock. And the rain descended, the latter rain, and the floods came, and the wind blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not. It gets stronger. For it was founded upon a rock. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine, that's ears to hear, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man that built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. The whole world is participating, whether they like it or not. And I say to you now, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. What are you protecting yourself from? What are they telling you? That 90-some-odd% of people make it through this unscathed? sounds like a stretch that they would go so far to get one neighbor pitted up against another neighbor over political correctness versus morally correct, when somebody tells you I can't wear that piece of clothing because I shouldn't be, because it's against my religion or my commandment of God, and they don't understand it. Well, the whole world whores after the wicked one. I'm sorry you don't get it. See, there's these people out there. They come in sheep's clothing to deceive. Why would they come looking like you, acting like you, but everything they put forth, all their fruit, is lies and deception? Believe everything you hear? We still have a constitutional right, the very first one in the supreme law of the land, outside of this book, but the supreme law of the land is our Constitution of the United States. And you've been lied to so much that you're willing to make an excuse for the safety of others. You have to give up your constitutional right. Not by God's law and not by man's law do I have to give that up, or anybody. And it would take me longer than I care to spend with somebody of that caliber trying to push a lie. To show them that the commandments of God are against it. What is a commandment of God? It's a law. We have a law right now, whether you believe in God or not, that you can't take any of our amendments away, our constitutional liberties. It's time to wake up. God bless.